So, Matthew Ashford,
Yes, sir.
you are back on Days of Our Lives after a long absence.
Yeah.
What has it been like for you to know that you were off the show and now you're back, and the fans have just been in excitement mode, knowing the fact that there's new writers, there's new changes, and you're back and you're part of that?
Well, I'm feeling very grateful. I call it the fire department. You can hear them now. They come out. I am really I'm jazzed to be a part of this because there's a lot of changes going on in the industry and in this whole medium, and daytime, like everything else, is changing. And I'm very glad that Days is taking it seriously and trying to really move into the 21st century and move into new modalities of, whether we're on the web or wherever we're going to be. And I think these are great characters, and they're worthy of taking in the next generation. And when they called me, I was, like I said, I'm glad to be a part of that. So I'm proud and happy to be able to kind of be a part of this next chapter for Days.
Now, can you tell us about how your character's changed from when he was last on the show to now?
Well, we're dealing with that now. He's been through some loss, and in some ways, you could always see that Jennifer has had some significant changes in her life. She's had to make adjustments in her feelings, and Jack now has to deal with that. And Abigail has grown, become quite the young lady, and Kate is playing her as such, and she has her own thoughts, her own feelings, her own wants and needs, and so Jack and Matthew have to take that into account. It's like we're definitely playing in a whole new way. You can't, whatever happened before happened, and what's happening now is brand new, and we're dealing with it. I think the fans think folks are going to really like it.
Now, what has it been like for you to come to the set and find the show filming so far ahead? Has it really changed much as far as how it was done back in the day?
Well, things haven't changed in a certain sense. It's changed. This is more like, episodic television or movies. You're working on a movie, and the movie might not come out for a year and a half or longer. Who knows? I've got some movies that I've done that still haven't come out yet, and I'm just waiting on them. I'm just like when the time is right. So here we are with a story that we're shooting now, and it's coming out in a couple of months, and we're dressing for fall. And here we are in the hot summer, and I just realized in terms of our storytelling, we need to stay focused in our moment, and yet not really concern ourselves with don't get caught up in where I am now. It's important to remember what the moment is where the fans and the people who are watching the show are following. But the connection remains the same, whether it's 2 months ahead, 6 months ahead, or now. And that's the exciting thing about daytime. It's not like, well, that was last season, because our seasons continue. We're always in season, hunting season.
So tell us what you've been up to while you've been off the show.
Like I said, I've been working on some movies. I have a production company. I've been shot 3 or 4 films. Did a movie. It was the most pirated movie of 2008. 3 million illegal downloads. Woohoo! And I've been doing that, and just finding new areas, in film. Working on we got a web series I'm on now, and producer on that called the Bay. I'm done a lot of theater, and I am currently doing a show called I Do, which is going to be up in Sacramento, opening on August 16th, running through the 21st. And so that's a 2-person musical I'm doing with my wife, and it's really intense, a lot to learn. And I'm working on that concurrently with this, and that'll be in Sacramento. So I'm doing that, taking some classes, and along with all the family, everything like that. A lot of different little things.
So now, you mentioned the web series you're doing, The
Yes.
Day.
Yeah.
How does that differ from doing the traditional 5-day week, 1-hour-a-day episode drama to a web series?
It's we're shooting single camera, so shooting it more like a movie. And I'm getting a chance to work with a lot of, actors that I just haven't gotten a chance to work with either in a long time or never, because a lot of people are just in it. Mary Beth Evans and I are playing opposite each other in some of our stuff, and then like Tristan Rogers is there, Lane Davies. There's a lot of great people, and a lot of interesting actors, and we're all getting a chance to kind of see what we can do. It's very creative and very flexible right now, because that's kind of the nature of the web. It's kind of whatever you are making of it. So the story just kind of is really circuitous at this point. I couldn't tell you what the story is exactly. Our story here on Days is it's moving in a certain direction, and the bay can go here, and it can go over there, So we're going to actually have a story meeting later on tonight. I think we're going to figure out where we're going. It's different in that way, but it is fun. I love working with people. It's a little bit like shooting a movie, a single camera.
So now, speaking of web series, recently it's been announced that All My Children and When I To Live are going to go online.
Yeah.
It's the first continuous hour-long type series.
Right.
What do you think of the transition from regular television to internet?
Well, first of all, I'm glad they are, because I think they're both great shows. I started on One Night to Live, and I kind of came back there recently. I was Drew Ralston and came back as this character Stephen Haber just a couple of years back, and I love those guys. And I was shocked and surprised that it would just kind of go, and let alone All My Children. And so, hearing that they're going to go to the web, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I'm glad, because someone's got to go. And I feel like daytime's a little bit like the Marines, first to go in. And daytime kind of was breaking new ground in the 50s, every day figuring things out. There's a lot of people figuring things out. Never did anything before in television. And now, and so the daytime television was able to start saying, it's not radio, it's something else, and we're going to figure out what it is. Well, daytime went in and did it, and those actors did it on a shoestring budget, everybody, producers, writers, everybody. And here we are again, doing it again. I'm very excited and interested to see what All My Children and One Night to Live does, because I think we're all looking at that. So it's gonna. I'm glad. I'm very glad they're there, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they do with it.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you, and thank you everybody here. I'm so glad to see you again, or that you see me again, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.